Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Movie Chat podcast with me, Jackson, and
Alex.
woo.
Didn't call me your co-host.
Yeah, I called you by name.
Oh.
Is this going to be like a thing now?
Yeah,
Every week?
my co-host.
Okay, so today we're talking about... We were kind of struggling today
Terrible
with what...
intro. Should let me do it.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing.
We were kind of struggling with what to talk about today.
Because we didn't want to watch The Little Mermaid.
Because we didn't want to watch The Little
It's the only
Mermaid.
movie coming out.
Um,
We couldn't see Beau was Afraid either.
yeah, but I was afraid that was carryover from last week.
Yeah, still not seen it. Probably won't watch it.
No. Well, we were on holiday when...
Yeah, when it's on. So what we are going to talk about is obviously we've got Across the Spiderverse coming out next week.
Yeah.
Which
When this comes out, it'll be in like 2 days.
Yeah, it'll be a couple of days away, so that's
Yep.
very quickly coming up. Apparently, it's incredible.
Yeah, I've heard it's
The
really, really
reviews
good.
are. The reviews are.
I'm very excited.
The reviews are insane. I don't even know how to describe it. Like I've seen people saying it's the best Spider-Man movie ever.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them. I've seen some people say it's one of the best animated films I've ever seen.
And I feel like Spider-Verse Into the Spider-Verse already had that kind of, so I think this one
Yeah,
seems
true.
like even better. But yeah, we're seeing that next Friday, and there'll be an episode for that. 2 weeks.
So
a week from when
this
our
is
next
uploaded.
episode. Yeah, our next episode will be on Spider-Verse.
We have a lot of superhero episodes coming up.
God.
But
Don't want to elaborate on that.
we enjoy talking about superheroes, I
Well,
guess.
there's just a lot of superhero stuff coming out because we've got Spider-Verse next
What's after The
this
Flash?
week. So we've got Spider-Verse and then Transformers, which I don't know if we're going to be able to cover that because I'm on holiday.
Oh,
I think it's out on the day we get back, so we might be able to go watch it.
quick. God.
And then The Flash. After The Flash, I think it's 2 weeks, and then Indiana Jones.
Uh-huh.
But I think after The Flash, next superhero.
Are we going to talk about Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I've decided. But the next superhero thing after Flash is Blue Beetle, I think.
Okay.
In August.
Yeah.
So we're going to have
fine.
a bit of a break, but for now, you're just going to have to listen to us yap about superheroes for a bit.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about Indiana Jones.
Even though I think most people that have watched this video have probably already clicked off by now, so it's fine. We can say anything.
We had a 1 minute 15 retention.
Yeah, our average average video length watched on the first videos is 1:44, so disappointing our audience.
We're our only fans.
Yeah, only ones that watch it.
I loved last week's episode, mate. Anyway,
sidetrack.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is talk about all the other Spider-Man movies, and we're going to rank them.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Jackson have very... I don't know, do you have a list, or are you just going to kind of like...
I'll spitball it.
We'll go through.
I do.
We'll go through each
yeah.
one, and we'll just talk about it.
I think our first few will match, and then
No, they will not. You have no idea.
oh god,
You don't know what I'm capable of. But yeah, so we're gonna go through, talk about each one quickly, and just rank them because I think like the hype for Spider-Verse is pretty
big.
like, and
It's big for us at least.
yeah. Well, not for everyone else. No, I think like if it's as good as everyone says, like it's gonna be pretty big.
Big film.
So starting off,
Number 1, poster over there.
poster over there.
Wait, what?
No, I'm saying we're gonna go through. You were.
I was scared.
See,
Okay.
they can't see the posters. I pointed at the Spider-Man 2002 poster. He pointed at No Way Home poster. I'm just exposing myself.
And there's another
Spider-Verse.
There's a Spider-Verse poster up there, and then a Spider-Man poster on the door. We've also got Logan. This is Logan as well.
Yeah, this is our... Logan is the official podcast poster. You can probably only see like...
You can't even see. Yeah, I think
Can
you
you
can't
see
even.
this Logan? You probably can.
No, you can't.
It's a really cool poster.
Shame you guys can't
I've had
see
it for like 5-6 years now. But no, I'm saying we'll go through them in order and
What
then
they
talk
released.
about them. Yeah. So
Okay, that's gonna be long. But okay, yeah.
no, only quickly. So Spider-Man first.
Spider-Man 1.
Spider-Man. This is
Do you not think we should rank it?
no at the
We
end.
probably should have planned this a little bit.
Nah. Mate, we've been planning this for weeks. What do you mean? Yeah. What do you think of the first one?
Spider-Man 1 is good. Out of
God,
10.
This is going to be a long conversation.
Out of 10. I've not seen it in a while, but I would say 7 out of 10. I think it's a little bit overhyped. You're going to say like 10 out of 10, aren't you?
Oh, mate.
Do you think it's better than Spider-Man 2?
Yeah. Mate,
Mad.
Spider-Man is so good. Like 9 out of 10.
It's good.
Green Goblin's the best villain in that trilogy. The
You know
origin
what?
story, it's easily the best superhero origin story.
I love Spider-Man's origin story as well.
And I'm sorry, but that is perfect.
The Amazing Spider-Man is better.
We'll get to that, won't we? Wait till we talk about this.
That's-
Amazing Spider-Man 4 that I found this in a charity shop. I was looking at the Blu-rays and I was like, oh, what's this? And yeah, it's got the disc and everything. It's like fucking show and tell. I swore. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, and I was like, and the disc, yeah, it says Amazing Spider-Man 4. You put it in, it's just the Amazing Spider-Man. I don't really know. What does it say on the back?
Like most teenagers, Peter is now trying to figure out who he is and how he got to be the person he
In the fourth movie.
is today. Peter
You're
is
not reading the
also...
whole thing. Oh my god.
It's not that long, and it's quite funny.
Go on then.
Peter is also finding his way with his first high school crush, Gwen Stacy, and together they struggle with love, commitment, and secret. As Peter discovers a mysterious
This is
briefcase
hilarious.
that belonged to his father. Sorry, the F's look like P's. He begins a quest to understand his parents' disappearance,
That
leading
does look
him
like Pirate.
directly to Oscorp and the lab of Kurt Connors, his father's former partner. Okay, it's just a description of Spider-Man 1.
But then look, they've got the what's this called again?
What?
The credit thing, and it says the Amazing Spider-Man 4. So who's gone to the effort to put this together?
Me.
I knew it.
I'm such a fan.
And it says real Blu-ray.
But it's got the cast of the first one as well.
Yeah, and then mate, the disc, but the disc is
This is so irrelevant.
yeah, but it's
This
funny.
is so irrelevant. Is it that funny?
Oh,
I read
not.
the description.
I guess not. You
Okay.
confiscated it. Anyway, moving on.
I feel bad now. I'm sorry.
Number 1, Amazing Spider-Man 4.
Have you watched that?
Amazing Spider-Man 4. No. What on there?
Yeah.
No,
Is it
it's
like
like
good
just-
quality?
It's
Is it just a
it's
ban?
a Blu-ray, mate. It's a Blu-ray disc of it has the menu and everything.
What, Spider-Man 1 or Amazing
That's
Spider-Man
Amazing
4?
Spider-Man.
4. Oh, it's Amazing Spider-Man.
Mate, the
Okay.
Amazing Spider-Man 4's not a real
It's
movie.
just, it's literally just... What? No, it's literally just, yeah, okay, it's just a burnt CD then.
Anyway, you're right. Actually, this is not relevant. But
Okay, Spider-Man 1.
yeah, up there for me. It will be high in my ranking. I won't say where, but it will be up there. And it's just like for me, like especially when I was a kid, like man, I watched that movie so many times.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one that much.
It's just so good. It's the perfect superhero origin story. It's the better. There's no better superhero origin story movie.
The Amazing Spider-Man.
No, no, factually
Yeah.
incorrect.
Why? Why is it so good? What's so good about it?
Huh?
What's so good
I
about
could ask you what's so good about Amazing Spider-Man. You would be
it?
able
I
to
could
tell
tell
me.
you, mate.
I mean,
We're not on
Tobey
the
Maguire.
Amazing
Tobey
Spider-Man.
Maguire to me is perfect. He's easily the best Spider-Man as well. He's so good.
No, he's not. He's not Spider-Man.
He is. He's so good, and I love the suit. The suit
He's-
is amazing. Like to be fair, the suit
The
gets
dialogue in
the
that
suit
film
gets
is...
better. Yeah, but it's like we were talking about Fast and Furious last week. Like, obviously Spider-Man is better than like the first 2 Fast and Furious movies, but it's the same era, and it's just got that like, it's so like earnest. Like, there's no like, if someone made a movie like that now, we'd be like, oh, this is a bit like tongue in cheek, but
So, like, the whole dialogue is just like... Hey, I'm Peter Parker. It's like so awkward.
what is the opening monologue?
Toby-
Like, my story is not for the faint of heart.
Tobey Maguire is such like an... He acts as
Yes,
Peter Parker.
because he's so. Oh, you know what I love about the
He's
Raimi
sort of like
movies? I love about the Raimi movies is that the whole time, it's not a massive thing, but like it's like such a scene by scene thing where there's just he just gets treated like shit by people. Like, I remember there's a scene where he goes to like this dance ball thing. You know the one where him and Harry slaps him in two.
Yeah.
And like he's just getting like pushed and like he takes a drink, someone takes it first, like, and it started in that movie and it goes throughout. And I just think that's like, it's such a good portrayal of Peter Parker.
No.
Andrew Garfield's too cool. Why is he? Why is
He's
he,
not too... That's such a... Right,
Why
okay.
is he
We're
a-
not talking about Andrew Garfield
Why is
yet.
he a skater? I don't get it.
That's... He added some one thing to the
Anyway.
character. He's not
Anyway.
a skater,
Anyway.
really. He just skates.
That's Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man...
Spider-Man 2, I think... You go first, actually.
I think it's the... I still think the Amazing Spider-Man is better. I think it's
Wait, this isn't... Does Jackson think the Amazing Spider-Man's better? It's rank the movie.
Okay.
Talk about the movies.
Okay, Spider-Man 2, I think, is
Solo
really,
podcast
really
next
good because you take movie, I take chat. Spider-Man 2 is really good because it shows how much Spider-Man and Peter Parker have to like balance out two lives.
Oh no, 100%.
So much better than the first one.
I mean,
So much better than the first
First
one.
one doesn't really touch on it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's like the entire character of Spider-Man, I think, is how hard he is to.
I mean, the first one, it does touch on it, but not like Spider-Man 2, that is what it's about.
Yeah.
Because it's Spider-Man No More from the comics.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's Spider-Man No More, isn't it?
Oh,
Like,
right.
the shot
yeah.
with the with the suit in the bin.
In the
that's
bin,
from
yeah.
that's the cover of the comic, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think I agree. Like that in itself,
The characterization of Spider-Man is way better in
better
Spider-Man
than
2.
Spider-Man 2. But I think my problem with Spider-Man 2 is that plot and what I actually think Spider-Man 3 does better than 2 is that it has that plot and it has a Doc Ock plot and it doesn't interweave them very well. They feel like two separate things. And whenever Spider-Man's fighting Doc Ock, it's like, right, obviously this villain is about, I need to go. And it doesn't feel related to... It only feels related...
What about when he gets Mary Jane, though? And he's, like, in the cafe and there...
I think... Well, no, I was about to say in the third act, like, when he reveals his identity to MJ and stuff, that comes together. But throughout the movie, it's like, you've got this one story about Spider-Man and trying to balance his life and stuff and not wanting to be Spider-Man anymore. And then you've got the Doc Ock thing, and they don't... Like, the Doc Ock thing really has nothing to do with Spider-Man.
Nah, because when he's in the lab and he's... And Harry is... Is it Harry? Yeah, he's like... He's talking about his invention and the thing that's the power of the sun. And he's got the arms, and Peter's there, and they have the interaction.
No, they do, but then once he becomes like Doc Ock, it's just that there's no... He's not doing anything because of Spider-Man. Not that he has to be. That was not what I meant. But like, it just feels like two completely separate plots that just kind of mash together at the end, and it doesn't work for me.
No. You're wrong.
Not allowed an opinion on this podcast, apparently.
No, because
I'm done. Turn it off.
Walk out. Because Peter is like so directly like taking inspiration from Doc Ock, right?
Not really.
He is when he sees him in the lab, and he's like, and he's he says,
no more than
he says, what does he say? He says, Norman tells me you're brilliant, but lazy, and then he's like, I'm trying to be better.
Yeah.
Such a good scene.
I'm not saying... I've never said it was a bad scene.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like...
I thought you didn't like the Raimi movies.
I do. I like Spider-Man 2 a lot.
But
that's such a basic opinion as well.
I mean, I think 1 is better, but 2 no, it is really good.
I think 2 is a little bit overhyped, to be fair.
I think... And I remember... I think I was listening to another like podcast or show about, and they were saying, like... It used to be one of the best superhero movies before this massive wave where you've had so many and some of them have been so good. Like, I feel like 10 years ago, way more people would have had Spider-Man 2 in their top, like, 5.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas
yeah,
now, not
100%,
so much.
I agree with that.
I think at the time it was quite... For the story...
People really cling on to it still as well, I think.
Yeah, I think the story it told at the time was quite, like... For, like, a superhero movie at that time, when you had, like, X-Men and...
Yeah. No, yeah, that's right. It was a big...
In terms of character development, it's like character.
It's really important for like the whole superhero sort of wave as well.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think the first one was more important.
No, because the first
one was more important.
Okay.
But
I'll start to explain why. No, before I finish.
Explain.
No, the first one is more important. Actually,
that's what I say.
No, because the second one gave. No. More humanity to like the villain and Spider-Man, and like it showed. I think it sort of set the trend of superhero movies trying to make superheroes human rather than like these big, powerful, like perfect people.
I get that, but I think that probably started back in. I mean, I was about to say Superman, but I haven't seen it. So
well, the original.
I get that vibe. Yeah. No, I know what you mean, but I think the first one because
not really because Superman is such a good person in that.
The first one. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I should watch it. Because the first one was the first, like... Because obviously you had Blade in, 99? Or around there, 99, 98. Blade is really... mate, have you seen Blade?
I've not seen Blade.
Blade is so good. Like, oh my god, it's...
Waiting for the new one.
Like, it's just... God, you're going to be waiting a while, I think. Like, it's just... if you watch that and then you watch The Matrix, the fact that Blade came out before, but The Matrix gets the credit is like it doesn't do things like The Matrix, but very similar.
Yeah.
And it's just so good. But the problem with Blade is that it was like an R-rated, so it wasn't gonna be that huge.
Yeah.
hit.
Okay. Yeah. I should watch Blade.
X-Men, you should. X-Men was 2000. I think that was like a precursor and sort of set up. It was like a what's the word? A set.
It set the foundation for Spider-Man.
No, what's the word in sports where you assist? It was like an assist to
It's not
Spider-Man.
a sports podcast,
For
mate.
Spider-Man to score the winning goal. There you go.
X-Men, I don't think is very good, but that's
What, the first one?
yeah.
I have not seen it for a while.
Besides the point.
I feel like Spider-Man was that first massive hit out of the superhero.
What about Spider-Man 3 then?
What about Spider-Man 3?
Do you like it?
I do like Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I like Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3 is
as well.
really funny.
It's
Spider-Man
very
3
charming.
It's funny. It's actually a laugh out loud movie.
Yeah, but not on purpose.
Yeah, but it's just. But I think half of it, do it.
He goes like that as well.
Half of it, half of it I think is actually like the Sandman stuff is really good. I think
Yeah.
Sandman is a very good character and not.
Well, it's because I think that's what Sam Raimi actually wanted to
Yeah,
do.
and then obviously Venom. I think I really like the way they do the black suit. It's just Venom at the end.
Yeah, Venom's terrible.
Venom's never been good. We still need a good Venom, because he's not really Venom in the
Venom film.
Venom film.
Yeah,
we
that
haven't
is
seen
true.
the second one.
I haven't seen
I
the
think
second
Venom 3
Venom.
started filming.
Yeah, we talked about that in the first episode.
God, that's gonna be shit.
Oh wow! But in Venom news, should we quickly digress to Venom news? I told you about this earlier. About Justice League and Venom.
Oh, what, the same
The same cinematographer that did Justice League is doing Venom. So
Venom 3? Oh,
that's
we're in
exciting.
for a treat.
Oh, Venom 3, sorry, yeah.
Damn.
So Justice League, well, the first one looked
Academy.
beautiful. Gummy bear Batman.
As good as an advert can look.
He sort of
Gummy
moves
bear
like
Batman.
he looks like a gummy bear.
Oh my god, he actually does.
Yeah, I don't know, but he must have been the Snyder cinematographer, right? And Zack
but
Snyder's.
mate, the cinematography in Justice League was like fine, just the way they colour graded it and
Yeah, that is true. That's
blocked
true.
it. It was oh god. We should rewatch that.
What, the
I've
first
not seen that
Justice
for about
League?
4 or 5
We could do it
years.
before like Blue Beetle or something.
Like a Snyder DCU.
More
Snyder.
superhero stuff coming your way. It's just a rebrand.
Yeah. Superhero movie chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spider-Man. What do you think of Spider-Man 3?
I've got a lot of nostalgia for it, I think, as well.
Mate, when I was younger, that was my favourite Spider-Man movie.
When he's like, and the suit is tearing off him and he builds like, yeah, that's great. And then Harry comes back and he's on the glider.
Just all of it. And it's
The
such
redemption for Harry, I think, is great.
Yeah, and I just really enjoy Spider-Man 3. Like, it's not as good as the other two. Like, it's not.
No,
But I would rather watch Spider-Man 3 than... I'd rather watch Spider-Man 3 than the first two Tom Holland ones and any of the Andrew Garfield.
we'll get onto that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. It's next, actually. Right, next one. The Amazing
Wait, should we
Spider-Man.
just do the Raimi trilogy?
What about it?
What is it the best?
For me, it's just 1, 2, 3. Nah, I don't know. I'd rather watch 3 than 2. But 2 is better.
2, 1, 3.
Yeah.
We're both very similar on that, to be fair.
And like, I'm not like, 1 is so much better than 2, or 2 is like so much worse than 1.
I think 1, you just say that because you've got a bit of nostalgia for it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Yeah, but that's the thing as well. When I was younger, I watched Spider-Man movies. I liked the first one. I didn't like Spider-Man 2, and I love Spider-Man 3.
So
like, I don't have that nostalgia of Spider-Man 2, which I think does.
I think Spider-Man 3 though as well is like, if you watch it like not as a child, you can very clearly see that this isn't like a good film.
Yeah, but also like when younger, it's like, oh, it's so cool.
Also, Spider-Man
the black
3
suit.
Spider-Man 3 is the start of Sony sort of interfering
Yeah, so
with
it's a bit
Spider-Man.
But like all the black suit stuff, I feel like when you're younger,
If they
it's
just
like,
let
this
Sam
is so
Raimi
cool.
do that.
Man, imagine if we got Spider-Man 4 in 2011 when it was meant to come out. Oh my god.
So late, 2011.
Yeah, 4 years later.
That feels so late though.
Because Spider-Man 3 is the only Spider-Man movie that came out more than 2 years after its
I forget that Spider-Man 1 didn't come out in like the 90s though.
Yeah, it was 2002.
Yeah, that's really weird for me.
Why?
Just I feel like it's a 90s film. I don't know why.
But don't you think, like, between Spider-Man 3, 2007, and Amazing Spider-Man in 2012, they look like they're from completely different eras. Do you not think?
Spider-Man 3 and the Amazing
I feel like the mid 2000s
Yeah.
to the 2010 movies look completely different.
Yeah, because they sort of had a big
Like.
but
jump.
also superhero movies, I think
Think
became
about 10 years between Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man.
10 years between Spider-Man and Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah, that is really
Because
short.
you watch the Amazing Spider-Man now, and it just looks like a modern. It
It's
looks like it
Spider-Man.
could come out now, huh?
It's Spider-Man. They're always going to be making Spider-Man films now.
I'm talking about like the special effects and stuff.
Yeah, I know, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think? No, you didn't think I was talking about that, did you?
No.
No, I just mean like just in terms of the way the movie, because like like old movies look a certain way, new movies look a certain way.
Yeah, but also like the MCU had come out, so I feel like superhero movies weren't sort of these.
Iron Man came out a year after Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
That's mad.
So superhero movies weren't these like sort of, I don't want to say niche, but like sort of off.
They're hardly niche now.
No, but back then.
Oh, they were.
They were not niche, but they were like.
There was just less.
Yeah, there was less,
Yeah.
and they weren't as serious. They weren't taken like seriously like they are.
Like they are now. By us, clearly, because we can't stop talking about them. Anyway, I liked it.
2 out of 3 episodes.
I love the I love the Raimi trilogy. It's probably one of my favourite movies, if not my favourite movie trilogy of all time.
I hard disagree there, but
What do you think?
what is the film trilogies? Toy Story. Don't include the 4th one.
It's such a meaty. I don't know. I've just said that. There's probably other.
Yeah,
ones.
I also. Have
I
just
can
said
think
that.
of
That's
so
off-
many other
off the top
trilogies
of my
right
head.
now that are
Star
just like.
Wars.
Oh my god, yeah. Star Wars,
The
Creed. Haven't seen Lord of the Rings, but
Yeah. There's lots of trilogies.
there's so many. Dark Knight trilogy,
Guardians. Another superhero one.
obviously. Anyway, next film. Take it away.
The Amazing Spider-Man is like just incredible. I love it. I love Andrew Garfield. I love Emma Stone. I think their chemistry is so unbelievably clear of what's her name?
Kirsten Dunst and
Kirsten Dunst and Tobey Maguire.
I'll give you
God.
that. I'll give you that.
They seem like they've never met in every interaction they have. Seems like they're on their first date and they've just been set up by friends on every interaction
Not by
they
the
have.
later movies.
Yeah, yes, by the later movies.
No.
I think you know what's great about it, and I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite character ever, so I love Spider-Man a lot. And I think Andrew Garfield has that excitement that Spider-Man has. Like he wants to be Spider-Man. There was the scene I was showing you earlier where they play Coldplay Till Kingdom Come. I'm gonna be listening to that on the drive home. And he's swinging and he's loving it. Like you can tell he loves being Spider-Man. And I think
Tobey Maguire's didn't have that.
yeah, so Peter Parker, I think.
The only time they touched on that in the Raimi movies was in Spider-Man 3 when he was being arrogant about it. At the start, when MJ is saying about her problems, and Peter's just like, "Oh yeah, when I'm Spider-Man, this happens." Blah blah blah.
Yeah, and that's not him in loving being Spider-Man though. That's him actively.
Yeah, I know.
And the Raimi trilogy, actually think about it, doesn't have that at all. Like I don't think he thinks it's important to be Spider-Man, and he knows he needs to be it, but he never. Like that scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2, I know we're not talking about that yet, where he
Get ahead
like
of
webs
yourself.
the kid's the
Yeah,
wheel.
that is an amazing.
Such
scene.
a good scene. He loves being Spider-Man in this, and I think that's why I love this film. God, I love this film so much. I need to rewatch it. That's why I think this film is so good, because he loves being Spider-Man in it, and it like you can feel like his passion for being Spider-Man, and it makes you feel like you want to be Spider-Man, and I think that's what a great Spider-Man film should be like.
Yeah.
That's my
I think it's the worst Spider-Man movie.
no.
Boring, bad Peter Parker, terrible Peter Parker. Actually,
You're
too cool.
stupid.
He's too cool.
That's such a stupid statement.
Also,
Too cool.
right in one of the opening scenes, Flash
Yeah.
is bullying another kid, and Spider-Man steps in like, "Hey, Flash, you should stop doing that."
Yeah, 'cause he stands up for...
Why isn't he getting bullied? That's the whole point.
No, because he's not...
He's like that kid in school that's like friends with everyone, and he's gonna be like to the bullies.
He's
like,
not friends
"Hey,
with
man."
everyone. He's not friends with everyone.
No, I know, but like
he keeps his head down, and he's just a bit
that's
invisible.
what I like about this Raimi movies, is that people just hate Peter Parker for no reason because he's a nerd.
I don't like that.
Because he's a nerd. So not saying people should. God,
Look at us.
not saying, but like you know what I mean. Like people,
We're
like
not nerds.
things just happen to him.
Yeah, but
You
I
say
don't.
that, mate. Things just happen to him.
I don't
just-
like
just
that.
People, whereas in Amazing Spider-Man, like, and also the scene where he's like taunting Flash. Like I know Peter
Ball
Parker
with the ball.
with the ball. Yeah, I know Tobey Maguire does that, like in the fight in the hallway. But you can tell he's kind of like, "What the fuck am I doing?" But whereas, like when he's like taunting him, I'm like, I don't know if Peter Parker would do it. That's such like a.
No, but that's before he becomes Spider-Man, I think.
It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah,
not the same
because it's
guy.
not like. No, but he changes
And
because
then
he becomes
Uncle
Spider-Man.
Ben dies,
That is the one thing, to be fair, I'm not a big fan of how that all happens.
and then he's looking for the killer, and then he's just not.
He finds him, doesn't he?
No.
Does the sleeve thing?
He never finds him. He just
Oh.
forgets about that, and he's just like, never mind.
Doesn't
the
he-
lizard's about.
Okay.
Just
I don't know. I've
so
not seen that for a
boring.
while.
What-
but-
last time I rewatched it was before I watched everything. I didn't mean to interrupt. Was
It's fine.
before No Way Home, and I had to watch it in two. I remember I watched the first hour, and I was like, "Fuck, I can't do this right now." So
You need to. I think you
boring.
need to rewatch.
I will
it.
watch it again. Maybe I'll
You
change.
need to
but-
rewatch it through the and look out for what I've said, because I think you'll enjoy it more.
But I think I knew people had been saying that by the time I rewatched it. Then and I just didn't. Amazing Spider-Man 2 is better. I prefer it. Also, the suit,
I quite like this
disgusting.
suit.
Actually, like the worst superhero suit ever put to live action.
That's incorrect, but it's the worst.
What's worse?
What's the worst superhero suit?
What's worse than that?
Mate, I get so many TV show suits.
Oh, mate, that doesn't count. What? See, you're going to talk about Million CW. That doesn't count. No, movie. It's the because,
Movie. Mate,
because Spider-Man's costume is so like
Iconic.
necessary and iconic,
Yeah.
and it's
They tried something though.
they did.
They
did,
tried
to be fair, They
something.
did, and also like I feel like they're like, oh, it's like this Spider-Man. Like this is more about when it came out. Obviously, I was like 8, but like when they're like, oh, this is like the untold story. It's just the same fucking story.
Yeah, but as they had only done an origin story once at this point, and I love a Spider-Man origin story. I could
True.
rewatch. I wish Homecoming was more of an origin story.
Yeah.
Than it,
I don't know, but I don't think we needed to see the whole Uncle Ben thing again.
nah, I don't mind that because it's such a. That's like
Yeah,
that's as important as like Batman's parents die. It's more important than that, I think, actually.
but we didn't see that in the Batman. I think that was fine.
Yeah, but that was because it was a year into being Batman. It wasn't a Batman origin. It's like doing an origin story without doing Batman's
That's the
parents
same as
dying.
Homecoming was.
It wasn't an origin story, Homecoming.
Neither was Civil. Yeah, but that's the thing. In Civil War, he's just already Spider-Man. Same as in the Batman, he's already Batman. It's no
Yeah,
different.
but I'm saying it's like if they did a Batman origin story without his parents dying.
Yeah, but they didn't do a Spider-Man origin.
But how
story
would
without
they have
Uncle
done
Ben.
it without Uncle Ben dying and it still being an origin
But they
story?
didn't.
What?
You're saying not doing a Spider-Man origin without doing Uncle Ben would be like doing Batman
Yeah.
origin and not having sound pretty a bit weird then, and not having his parents dying. But that can't be your problem with Homecoming because it's not an origin. But you're saying you
No, but
prefer
I would. I wish it was a bit more of an origin story.
Yeah, I think.
We'll get onto Homecoming.
Yeah,
I have a lot of views about Homecoming.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, yeah, Amazing Spider-Man, that's bottom, and that will not change, unless I rewatch it.
I think you should rewatch it and
I don't want to rewatch it. It's so boring.
Homework
so
for next
boring.
week.
It's so boring.
It's not boring.
It's so bad.
It's like
It's just a bad movie.
I think it's way closer to what Andrew
It's
Garfield
got a couple of good. It's got what you wanted. What?
because he wanted it to. He said that he wanted the Spider-Man films to feel like, sort of like, someone was like looking out for kids and someone for them to look up to and aspire to be like. And I think that's way more than the Amazing Spider-Man 2, which is just a lot more like.
What do you think?
Super
Let's go
villainy.
into that Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I think it's overhated a lot.
I think it's so overhated. It's actually not. I like the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I think it's definitely overstuffed. It's not as overstuffed as Spider-Man 3 though, I don't think.
I think the problem with Amazing Spider-Man 2 is that, like, Spider-Man 3, apart from Venom, there's a lot in it, but everything is somewhat interesting. Some of the stuff in Amazing Spider-Man 2, I just don't
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
care.
That
Like,
is
every
fair.
time I rewatch Amazing Spider-Man 2, I'm like, I forgot about this whole train coin underground thing. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
so,
true. That's true.
So, like, just
But I think people are way easier on Spider-Man
waste
3
of
than they are.
story. Yeah, I think so.
I think the Spider-Man 3 as
Amazing
a film.
Spider-Man 2 is a bit more aggressively bad. Or aggressively mixed.
Yeah, I think like you said, that is true. Spider-Man 3, like, it has bad things, but each of them still have a little bit of something good in it, whereas The Amazing Spider-Man 2 has a lot of like...
Just bad.
Yeah.
But it's got a lot of really good, though.
Really good? What?
Uh,
Gwen Stacy's death.
that's very good.
Spoilers.
And, like, Electro... I don't mind Electro at all.
No, I quite like the design of Electro as well.
I really like the design of Electro.
Everyone hates it. I quite like it.
But then... And I kind of like the whole... I don't know, I kind of like the dubstep thing.
Yeah,
because he would do that, because he's like a little nerd man.
Yeah, no, I do. And he thinks
Fuck
that's
nerds,
cool.
I hate them now, apparently.
No, and he thinks it's cool to be like
Yeah.
dubstepping. Yeah, no, I agree.
He's like, you don't even light my candles.
I think Green Goblin, the design is horrible. That's the worst live action superhero design ever put. Green Goblin is...
It doesn't that bad.
He's vile, mate. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, he looks vile, but...
No, but like he just... What is that? Green Goblin isn't meant to look like some sort of... I don't know.
Well, I guess... yeah, no, I mean, it was definitely a mistake.
Yeah.
But... Yeah, I think it's... Amazing Spider-Man 2 is just like... It's like, oh, this scene's good, and the next scene, oh, this is bad, and there's good, bad, good, bad,
Yeah.
good, bad, good, bad, good.
No, yeah, that's true. I
Good
agree
at
with
the
that.
end, I think.
The intro to Amazing Spider-Man 2 is, I think, the best
Oh my god.
Spider-Man scene.
Spider-Man swinging scene.
So good.
Actually, that is unmatched swinging scene in Spider-Man. And
So good.
The suit, best Spider-Man suit.
Oh,
actually.
yeah, that's like...
not even close.
Yeah, that's...
Like the new No Way Home, the new suit at the end of No Way Home, when we next see it, could be
Peter.
up there, but for now, it's
So
just so good. The eyes are so. I love the eyes are so big,
Mhm.
and I think Andrew Garfield's body is so like the long, slim. I think it really lends itself to that
Yeah, and he's really
kind
like,
of design.
agilic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Amazing Spider-Man 2, I prefer it to the first one. I actually have good things.
No,
to
I
say
think the
about
first one's better, but I think The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is way overhated, and I love the opening scene, and I love when he helps the kid.
it. That is such a good scene.
Such a good scene. It's perfect Spider-Man.
That is such a good scene. But it's
Perfect
so
representation of Spider-Man.
it's so obviously like put in there to be like just a small scene, but I don't care
Yeah, I think it's...
because I feel like it has scenes like that. Where
I could
it's
watch a
like-
whole Spider-Man film with him just doing little
yeah,
things like
literally,
that.
and then but then you get scenes like, at the end when the mystery man is like, time to assemble the team or whatever.
Yeah, but that's Sony
Imagine
again.
if they made that Sinister Six movie.
I
was so
do
excited.
you know what else Mark Webb has done?
500 Days of Summer?
Yeah, and I love 500 Days of Summer, and they should have just given him Spider-Man. They should have just said, do what you want.
Yeah, but same thing happened with Sam Raimi in 3.
Yeah, but he got 2 movies at least. Mark Webb got...
1 and it was bad.
Moving on.
Final point on that.
Amazing Spider-Man duology is better than the Raimi trilogy.
Really? Are
No.
you sure? Yeah, I was gonna say.
No. I
Think
think
about it.
I think the Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man is better. I think the cast is better. I think all the pieces are there for the Amazing Spider-Man, but they didn't quite put them
It just
together.
didn't come together. I feel like one more, like, and it feels so like
Imagine that
it's
cast.
such a sigh because it's only 2 movies. It didn't have time to become anything.
What, like a universe? You mean?
Yeah, I guess, and also Andrew Garfield is just not like. I do like him as Peter Parker. I just think I'm very like. I see Tobey Maguire as like that is Peter Parker, and Andrew Garfield's is different.
He's looking at me.
Who?
Tobey Maguire.
You bastard. How could you say this about me? But I think he's so opposed to what Tobey Maguire's like that I find it very hard to.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
But yeah, anyway.
I think I love Andrew Garfield.
I
as
love him
Spider-Man.
in No Way Home.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. I want to get to No Way Home.
Yeah, what? We can skip to the next ones because
Homecoming. No, I have a lot to say about Homecoming, and I have a lot to say about Far From Home. Actually,
Homecoming. I don't even remember why I don't like Homecoming that much.
I like Homecoming.
No, I like it, but it's.
People say he doesn't face any consequences, but I think that's a silly thing to say.
Homecoming's a bit dry.
Nah, I think
It's meant to be like it's fun, but it's just like.
they were trying to MCUify Spider-Man a little bit too much.
I hated it.
No, but like, they didn't let Spider-Man be its own thing. They were trying too much to be like. I think the new Spider-Man is the big ticket item, which he obviously is. But then, so they were trying too much to be like, he's in the MCU now. Look, Iron Man is here, and and the Avengers are here. The only thing I like that they do there is when the robbers are wearing the Avengers masks. I think that's quite funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Homecoming's fine. I would not choose to rewatch Homecoming. I think Vulture's a good villain, but I just think about the scenes and they're just it feels very safe, Homecoming to me.
Yeah,
And
I get that.
especially after No Way Home,
It's very Spider-Man 2 like, to be fair. They do what Spider-Man 2 couldn't, and they intertwine. It's Peter Parker's life and Spider-Man's life quite well.
I'd give it that, but I don't really have much to say about Homecoming. I just think it just doesn't really have anything. I like the characters. I like Ned, and I like MJ, but I think there's a bit of a drastic change because they start Far From Home, move on to that. Peter's just in love with MJ, which I don't think I have a massive problem with, but it seems like a bit of a jump where in the first one
No, yeah, that's true.
a bit rude.
I agree with that.
The first start, the second one, he's like, I need to get her this pendant, but I prefer Far From Home to.
Strong disagree.
No,
I think Far From Home is the worst Spider-Man film.
No. It's better than Amazing Spider-Man.
No.
Far From Home, I really like.
You can't take Spider-Man out of New York and still have him be Spider-Man.
I think things like that are so stupid, saying things like that.
Spider-Man, New York
don't.
is what Gotham City is to Batman.
I was literally thinking that. I was like, but you could have Batman out of Gotham City. You can't.
No, you can't.
But I don't think it's that important. I don't think it's that important to Spider-Man. It's never made that important in the movies, especially not in the MCU ones. It's not at all.
He's a New York man.
Yeah, but they don't. Yeah, but in the MCU ones especially, they do not make that a point at all.
But they
obviously
should.
They took him out. But even in the Amazing
No,
Spider-Man,
they do. He goes to the bodega, which is a very New York thing.
Even in the Amazing Spider-Man and the Raimi trilogy, they do more. They're like, I feel like New York in Spider-Man 2 is a proper thing because of the train scene and stuff.
And like the Amazing Spider-Man when they do all the trains.
Yeah, but dead movie. So, but yeah, no, I really like Mysterio, but I just wish he didn't die because I guess he is dead. I really thought he'd come back in No Way Home, but like, why would you waste?
Why as the Sinister Six?
Huh?
As the Sinister Six, you thought Mysterio would come back?
I thought he was going to come back in No Way Home to complete the Sinister Six. We didn't actually get.
There was concept art for him
in No Way Home. I haven't seen that.
Have you not? There was concept art of him. I think.
I want to look at that now.
I think so.
Anyway, we went in the wrong order. Spider-Verse was next after Homecoming.
Oh, I forgot about Spider-Verse.
Go on. I feel like that's what I mean. The MCU movies they're just so like the first two are just so like they're fine.
You know what it is, to be fair? Far From Home, I think. You said Homecoming doesn't make a point that Spider-Man is a New Yorker, but it definitely does. They have the whole montage where he's like interacting with New Yorkers and stuff. And then Far From Home, they just take him out and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and they don't like. So what my point is, they MCUify Spider-Man. Like, he's taken out of his environment, and I don't like that. They make a big point out of him being like, "Well, this is what would Spider-Man do if he's not in New York?" And it's like, no, I don't want to see
we've
that.
had 5 movies of Spider-Man, 6 movies of Spider-Man in New York.
No, but not in the MCU the MCU New York, which is very different from the other New Yorks.
Yeah, but Vulture's from New York.
Huh?
I don't know.
Vulture's from.
They weave in. I guess that's another thing in Homecoming. Like they weave in the whole Avengers thing, and then Vulture's just another Tony Stark villain rather than a Spider-Man villain. But
that's true.
Same with Mysterio.
Yeah, he doesn't really hate, but he doesn't really have a reason to be like.
Like, and also the Mysterio scenes of Spider-Man Far From Home was so good. Like the illusion scenes.
Yeah, that is true.
Like they are very good, but I like Far From Home. I think it's better than Homecoming, but it's not as good as any of the Raimi ones. I'd rather watch any of the Raimi ones than.
Far From Home, I would be the last thing I'd want to rewatch.
Fair, but Into the Spider-Verse.
I feel.
I know what you're gonna say.
What do you think I'm gonna say?
It's overrated.
No. I wasn't gonna say that at all. I always have a hard time talking about Into the Spider-Verse because I think arguably it is the best Spider-Man film, and it makes me sad to say that when No Way Home exists.
It's not the best Spider-Man film. Into the Spider-Verse is something that I've watched it every time, and it's just gotten better and better. Because when I first saw it, I was like, yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I rewatched it like a few months ago. Oh no, I saw it in the cinema in like September. It's so good.
It is so good.
It's so good.
It is so good.
Mate, if Across the Spider-Verse is better than that, that's insane.
I think it will be.
God. That's gonna be like best movie of the year if it is.
I think that is an incredible film, isn't it? Into the Spider-Verse, and I think about it Yeah, like the more I think about it, the more there is to it.
I think it's up there with No Way Home because they're both very pure Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's true.
And I do think, as much as everyone says that, oh, like, people only like No Way Home because it's got the other Spider-Man in it for the nostalgia, which partly, yes. But also, I think just having different Spider-Man talk about being Spider-Man.
It's good.
Such like it, because that's what Spider-Verse has, and that's what No Way Home has. And I think we're going to get even more of that.
That's what I mean by Andrew Garfield loves being Spider-Man. They talk about how much they like being Spider-Man, and it's wholesome.
In No Way Home?
No. That's why I like The Amazing Spider-Man, because you're saying you like when Spider-Man interact about being Spider-Man, right?
Mm.
And that's what you like about that is them talking about how much they love being Spider-Man.
With other Spider-Man.
Yeah, but that's what I love about The Amazing Spider-Man is he loves being Spider-Man.
I didn't say I like them talking about how much they love being Spider-Man.
But that is
more
what...
about the opposite. Like, they talk about how, like, yeah, this... like.
Oh, do you like...
Because Spider-Man is a very depressing character. He's always sad.
No.
But I just like it how they can,
I think you've got a bad... You don't know what Spider-Man is.
Oh, right. Okay, I see. I don't know what Spider-Man is.
You don't know what Spider-Man is.
Oh, what? How many Spider-Man comics have you read? Like, what, 2?
Mate, are you joking?
How many?
Loads.
I don't believe that. We haven't read every Spider-Man comic ever.
I'll show you my collection if you want.
I'm alright.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, Into the Spider-Verse is...
That is great.
I don't even know what to say. The animation and style is amazing as well.
Yeah, trendsetter.
And it's just, yeah, like, really, like, we're seeing that now, how much that has just changed. Like, Puss in Boots,
yeah.
There was a lot
Michelin's
of
versus the Machines.
Michelin's?
Mitchell's.
Michelin's.
This is the tyre company.
Or the Michelin Man from Ghostbusters. And then also, the new
Mate,
Teenage...
that's not the Michelin Man from Ghostbusters.
Is that not what that is?
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Oh, yeah.
The Michelin Man is just a tyre.
It's not the same?
No.
Oh. Are you sure?
I'm pretty certain. Ghostbusters episode.
Take your word for it. God, Ghostbusters. More mid-franchise.
I like the first one.
I don't know. I've barely seen them.
I've not seen the second one or the new one. I've only seen the first one.
You want to see the... Oh. Yeah. Oh no, the last one was terrible. Oh,
yeah,
the last one was so bad. Ghostbusters Afterlife was horrible.
People like that though.
Shit, I thought that movie was so boring.
They're making a second one.
I think it's coming out this year or next year. Because I remember that movie came out, talking about Spider-Man, that movie came out just after the second trailer for No Way Home came out. I remember I was sitting there like, come on, play the trailer. I wanted to see it. They didn't play it. They played the first one.
We could talk about our No Way Home days.
So we move on to No Way. Spider-Verse, I feel like there's not a lot to say that hasn't already been. Like, it's just...
Spider-Verse is just amazing. Miles is amazing. The side characters are amazing.
The Peter Parker is amazing.
Peter Parker, I love Jake Johnson as Peter Parker. What a great cast. Great. Villains are great. Kingpin's motivation is pretty convoluted, actually. Doesn't really make sense. He's a madman. He's going to get his family, but they're not going to know who he is, really, are they?
Yeah, because he's a madman.
But yeah,
he's like just... Wanda in Doctor Strange. Multiverse of Madness.
That's true.
So let's move on to the big one.
The big one.
But I think before that, No Way Home, in case anyone didn't know, we should rank... Because I feel like No Way Home could be top for either of us, but I don't know what you're going to say, but I think we should rank them without No Way Home right now.
I like the mystery of this.
Of what?
Of where you think I'm going to rank them. Can you... should we guess each other's rankings?
Yeah, okay, right.
Okay.
Shall I go first?
Yeah.
Right. For you, it's Amazing Spider-Man.
Are we putting Spider-Verse in there?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Right, I'm thinking of... Right, we've got Far From Home here. Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Verse. And then... I'm just going to have to rattle them off. I think Amazing Spider-Man 2, you prefer to... all the Raimi trilogy.
Okay.
So Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, 2002, abbreviations. And then... I think I would hope you prefer all the Raimi movies to Homecoming. Fucking hell. So then, because you what you said, so Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 3, Homecoming, Far From Home. So Amazing Spider-Man, Spider-Verse, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 3, Homecoming, Far From Home.
It's funny because I've realised I'm thinking back to what I've been saying, and
it's not going to match up.
I've been playing devil's advocate with you a little bit. So it's been making it seem like I don't like them as much as I do. Because I really liked the Raimi trilogy still. Okay, so mine is probably Spider-Verse is number 1.
Okay.
Then TASM.
Yeah.
Then Spider-Man 2. This is off the top of my head. It probably could change. Then Spider-Man 2. Then Spider-Man 1. Then The Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Mad.
Then Spider-Man 3. No, actually, then Homecoming. Then Spider-Man 3. Then Far From Home.
What? Homecoming's not better than Spider-Man 2. I mean, it's a better movie, but it's not. Let me get on my letterbox. I mean,
What's your letterbox name? Do you want to reveal that?
Alex DO4 on Letterboxd. You can read my lengthy reviews from back in 2020. God, all my friends are going to find those now. Brilliant.
Delete them.
Too embarrassed. Where's my Star Wars list?
Star Wars,
Oh,
Spider-Man.
no, Spider-Man. Sorry. So,
Different episode.
Oh, no, fuck. Did you see it?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see
Oh,
that.
you need to guess it.
Okay. I'm thinking you're going to put Spider-Verse first. You're going to match me with that. You're going to copy me. And then you're going to have Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2.
Oh, I forgot No Way Home's not included. I was thinking, I was like...
Yeah,
what?
no. Then TASM. No, then TASM 2. Actually, no. Then Spider-Man 3.
So, Spider-Verse, and then Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. And then Spider-Man 3. And then Homecoming. And then TASM 2. And then Far From Home. And then TASM 1. Have I missed any?
Say it again?
Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 2. TASM. I might put... Oh, no, TASM 2, sorry.
Jesus.
Then Spider-Man 3. I feel like that's wrong, though. Those two should swap. And then Homecoming, Far From Home. Oh, no, sorry, Far From Home, Homecoming.
Okay.
I'm getting confused. It's hard to not write this down.
Yeah.
And then TASM 1, sorry.
Am
Am I close?
Kind of. The first list you said Homecoming and Far From Home. I was like, have you been listening to me at all? So, Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, okay, Spider-Man above Into the Spider...
Mate, Into the Spider-Verse was never going to be my number 1. I don't know why you thought that.
Because you were just like, I don't know what to say about it. It's so great.
Yeah, but Spider-Man 1 is just... That's just everything to me. So, Spider-Man...
What is it? What is it?
What is what?
What is Spider-Man 1 to you?
Everything.
Direct that one at your girlfriend.
Shut up. Stop watching.
Sorry. But
So Spider-Man...
she's not made it this far.
No one has.
I have.
We're the only ones laughing, yeah. I'll be listening to this 4 times next week.
Spider-Man is everything to me. Quote that.
God.
The description of the Movie
On the
Chat
thumbnail.
podcast. Okay.
So Spider-Man,
Spider-Man.
Into the Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2,
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man 3,
Mm-hmm.
TASM 2,
Okay.
Far From Home,
Okay.
Homecoming,
Okay.
TASM. So you got the bottom 3 right, and you got...
I just need to swap TASM 2 and the...
Now
and-
keep it Into the Spider-Verse. You got Spider-Man 2 right, and you got the last 3 right. So you only got 3 wrong. But I think
Yeah.
I got most.
Yeah. To be fair, that's kind of my fault, though.
Yeah. Anyway, No Way Home.
No Way Home is the best movie ever made. No, I'm joking, but I do love
Are
it.
you putting in number 1?
Oh, 100%.
I'm putting in number 1. You know, I used to... Actually, on that list, I have Spider-Man 1 at number 1, but I need to change that.
Do it now, quick.
I am, mate.
Now that they know your letterbox.
Spider-Man No Way Home is one of the greatest things I've ever had the joy of experiencing in my life.
It's just not even a movie. It's just a...
Every day of my life since then, I've thought back and thought, I cannot believe that happened. That was real. And that's not a joke. When I'm in the shower...
I hate nerds. Every day.
Spider-Man is everything.
Yeah, no. But Spider-Man No Way Home is just... it was the best.
Part of the reason we're as close as we are now, to be honest.
That is true.
We used to sit in our media class.
Our media BTEC.
Yeah.
We had a deadline. When was
Yeah.
our deadline?
Nah, I don't think we were working towards anything then. We were just meant to be...
No, we were.
No. Because we didn't have... No, coursework was
Okay,
done.
that's irrelevant.
And from September when we started to when No Way Home came out, every lesson, whole class pretty much in silence, and we just be talking about No Way Home. When the second trailer came out, we sat there for
Oh
like
my
2
gosh.
lessons dissecting it, and we just talked about it. We just didn't stop.
The class, I'm not even exaggerating, not a word out the rest of the class.
We were the-
Us two, no filter,
Non-stop. No,
shouting.
no.
That's definitely Toby. There's no way that's
the
Tom
lizard
Holland.
got punched. What was that?
Yeah. Every
then-
leak.
Yeah, then the John Campea leaks came
Yeah.
out, and I was like, I
Look
don't
at-
want to see.
Look at Spider-Man's crotch.
Andrew's hair looks real, looks fake. Oh, I think I just spat. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Andrew's-
talking about No Way
Andrew's,
Home.
Andrew's crotch looks weird.
Yeah.
I don't think it's real. I've never
That
been
poor class.
like when we say no one else was talking. Like even there were lessons where our teacher wasn't showing up for like 2 weeks, and everyone was still going.
Yeah, and we weren't.
Everyone else was sat.
And then it got to
No,
our
we
deadline.
weren't. No, we were still going, but everyone because he never told us. We used to get up and get
Oh,
there,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
10 minutes later, be like, Stuart's not coming. Name dropping. And then literally whole class, no teacher, whole class in science, and we just there.
Thanks, college. You brought us.
Yeah.
You brought us together.
Thanks, T.
Man.
But yeah, I've just never
Yeah,
been that
yeah.
excited, and her
I shout out to the teacher that
put us together. Yeah. Yeah. Our first conversation involved the Snyder Cut.
Snyder Cut.
I was,
We need,
I was like,
need to do like a...
I was like, let me suss this guy out. I was like, have you seen the Snyder Cut? He was like, yeah. I was like,
Mate, before that, what have you been watching over the half-term break?
being John Malkovich.
I said being John Malkovich, and this was before we knew each other in the same class.
And I thought, nice. This guy knows what he's
We
talking
need to
about.
do an episode where we just talk about the progression of our
How
friendship.
this came to be.
Because there was a very rapid point in about a month's time where we went from like
Just
friends to
watching Eternals together.
watching Eternals.
I messaged Jackson being like, are you watching Eternals this weekend? And I was like, fuck. I was like, he's probably going to think this is really weird. I've only really known him for a couple months. He was like, no. I was like, do you want to see it? He was like, yeah.
Going up to London
Yeah, went all the way to London to watch it.
to watch Eternals. We need to do an episode. That would be a funny episode.
Anyway. No
That'd just
Way
be us
Home.
laughing the whole time.
Yeah, No Way Home is just, I don't even know how to describe. You know, it's so good, and it's not even, like, obviously it's so good because Toby and
they're
Andrew
in
come
it.
back. And I cannot believe that actually happened. Mate, think about the amount of hours we spent talking about that.
Yeah,
and now
literally.
now it's just there.
And it came out
And
like
they're
a year and a half ago.
year and it's just there. I don't understand how it happened. I actually can't get my head around it.
Yeah. No, but that is true.
And Daredevil's in it as well. He's on the poster as well.
Yeah, I don't know why he's on the poster.
He looks so weird as well.
So does that whole post. That's
Like,
a horrible poster.
Mate, the fact that there's a movie where all three of them are back, and all the villains from all the movies are back, and Charlie Cox in it as Daredevil,
Yeah, that's...
Tom Hardy as Venom, I don't really care, but still, he's in there.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was in there.
It's because he's in the post-credits, and God, what a waste, but we're not talking
What
about
terrible post. Or he
Um,
can. We're never going
No
to
Way
talk
Home
about it again.
that. It's just...
You know what? This episode was needed just for us to talk about No Way Home.
Yeah, because otherwise I'm going to bottle it out. I need to get it out. But, like, it's not just so good because of that. Like, because when I watch it, I'm not like, oh, when are they going to show up? Like, obviously I know when they're going to show up, but, like, it's just such a good Spider-Man movie.
Yeah,
Like, it's the
that is
perfect
true, that's
Spider-
true,
like-
that's true.
Oh, it's
The
so
scene where they're on the
good.
roof and they're
It's
like...
so good. Oh my god! Even before that, when he's like, "No, I want to save the villains," I'm like, "Yes, you do. Of course
Yeah,
you do."
You're Spider-Man.
Yeah, like this is
When they're on the roof and they're talking about it.
So much of Tom Holland was about
Been trying to
Iron
get-
Man,
Yeah, no, yeah.
and
And this is about Spider-Man.
this is so Spider-Man,
Mm-hmm.
and the other Spider-Man being in it just makes it so much better.
This is just such a... So cringe.
What?
Such a love letter to Spider-Man.
It is though.
It is.
Like I remember seeing a post years ago, and it was like you know the meme with like the guy in the Spider-Man costume holding the thing, doing like a presentation.
Yeah.
And it was like, if they made a live-action Spider-Verse movie, it wouldn't matter if you were a fan of Raimi, Garfield, or Holland. It would just be Spider-Man films in a
Yeah.
theater enjoying a movie, and that's what
Oh.
Stan Lee would have wanted. It literally happened.
Opening day,
Opening night, No Way Home was
the best.
best cinema experience of my life.
It won't ever be topped.
I don't think it could be top. I don't know what could top it.
Nothing could top it.
Because that energy, I don't think I've ever been as excited about anything in my life
As I was.
as when that portal opened and you see that slim Spider-Man. I was like, this is the best moment of
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
think I've been happy since then.
Did your cinema shouted?
What happened? So in my cinema,
Because you went to the local. You went to the
Sorry.
local one.
yeah, Jackson went all the way into the city.
I went into
But like,
1975.
you want to fall in love and you know where the city is.
Spider-Man.
Anyway, like, because Daredevil came out. Daredevil shows up, and me and Joe were like, "Oh my god!"
Weirder.
There was a couple of murmurs from other
Yeah.
people being like, but there was no clapping or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And even like Jack, my other friend I was with, was like, because we
Not
told
me.
him before, like, oh, he's meant to show up, and he was like, I don't really know who that is, but whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember when I went to Joe, I was like, it's 2 hours, and that's 1 out of 3. And then I remember when Doc Ock shows up, everyone was kind of like, ooh. And then I remember a bit of the Raimi music playing. I went to Joe, I was like, they just played the Raimi music. And then when you do that portal, when you see Andrew, I literally, there must have been a millisecond where I was like, that's Andrew Garfield. I'm gonna cry. I was like, that's Andrew Garfield. And I just remember being like, I remember turning to Joe, I was like, I swear that's Andrew Garfield. So I whispering, I was like, I swear that's him. And then he jumps through, and I'm just like, what is happening right now? And people are kind of going like, oh, and then mask off, clapping, cheering. I've never felt anywhere energy like that in my life.
No, yeah, that's true.
The only other time I felt that is at live music.
Yeah, like
that's what it felt like.
Reading.
It felt like someone compared it to like a WWE thing when like they bring back old wrestling. It's like, oh, it's Garfield.
Oh yeah.
Garfield's back. Here he is. You wanted him back, and here he is. And then that scene is so good that you're not even.
Marmaduke? Sorry.
Stop. That scene is so good that you're not even thinking, where's Toby? But when they go,
but you know he's coming.
Keep doing it till you find the real one. It's like, damn, this is it. I just remember turning to Joe and was like, you know what's coming next? I was like, I do know what's coming next.
Yeah.
And then, like, the Andrew moment is better because it's the first one.
And also he takes the mask
I wasn't
off.
expecting it in that scene.
And he's in his suit.
That's because even like when I saw my dad and my sister a few nights later, and like he jumped through, but my dad and my sister aren't gonna know. Oh, that's the Amazing Spider-Man suit.
Yeah. And
then he took off his mask, and they're like, "Oh," like so. Because I feel like that's what like when he jumped through the portal in the suit, I was like,
"There he is."
This is. I just remember, like
there was in my cinema. He jumps through the portal. Oh no, he was running towards the portal, and everyone's like going, "Ugh."
Yeah.
And he jumps through it. This is in my head as well. But this probably didn't even happen. But in my head, and then everyone's clapping.
Oh my god.
Everyone's clapping, sort of, and it carries on, and then he takes the mask off, and everyone it ballistic, and then
mate.
Toby comes out, and everyone clapped.
I just remember in the scene when they're in the lab later.
No one's gonna understand why we were dancing.
In the scene in the lab later, I just remember thinking, this is just a Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, and Andrew Garfield was just in the background of this shot.
Yeah,
like this is happening right now.
Oh god, that lab scene is so good.
All the scenes, because I remember thinking before it came out,
we need to stop talking about
I don't want it to just be they show up in the fight.
Yeah,
I want to see them talk, and the talking scenes are so good.
Yeah.
The scene on the rooftop. Oh my god, you know what?
Mate, I was trying to say that.
It's 7 o'clock. I need to go.
Mate, I'm meant to be at the pub in half. Anyway, right. No Way Home, number one.
Number one.
Never gonna feel like that again.
I don't think
that December.
That month was, and
Oh
after
my
as
gosh.
well.
Yeah.
Just after, I was just like, I can't believe.
Riding high.
I was.
Yeah. We didn't watch it together in the cinema.
No, we saw them. No, since we saw the more fun stuff version, but that was not you.
I wish I was Oscar. Okay, so what a great film.
Yeah.
Well, we've done our rankings and No Way Home's at the top.
Yeah. Well, guys,
Never gonna feel like that again.
I hope you enjoyed us getting a bit giddy over Spider-Man No Way Home.
This just became a No Way Home episode.
We didn't even really talk about it.
A year and a half late.
Night, yeah, but it's just so good.
It is really good.
It's just insane, and the hype was insane.
If Spider-Verse is anywhere near as good as No Way Home,
it just won't be though.
It can't be,
because the hype's not there.
Even if they show up now as well, it's like
cool.
Yeah, definitely cool.
But it's not like the first.
We've done this, and it's sort of like expected now because they've done this before.
My brain, I feel like I just dumped all this energy I've been holding in for the last year and a half.
A year and a half late, No Way Home review.
Could have a nap now. But anyway, guys.
Yeah,
I think we'll call it a day there.
Spider-Verse, excited for Spider-Verse. We'll see you next week for our review of it.
Yeah. Spider-Verse review next week.
So 2 Spider-Man episodes.
And also,
aren't you lucky?
Get rewatching Batman and Batman Returns because we're going to be talking about those. I haven't seen them. You've seen them, haven't you?
I've seen them, but I watched them as a kid.
Yeah, I haven't seen them, so
I'm going to rewatch them as well. But yeah,
we're going to get on that. Right.
And then The Flash. We've got a bit of a roadmap planned out here.
Yeah.
It's like the MCU. We need
today. Half an hour before we started this, we didn't know what we were talking about, but I think we did all right.
Well, it's not very relevant, but
anyway,
still.
Guys,
Thanks for watching.
Always like and comment.
Follow the
Get
Insta.
the YouTube in there. Yeah, Instagram at Movie Chat Pod. Please like.
We might
please
start
subscribe.
TikTok.
If you're one of my friends and you haven't subscribed, just do it, please.
Yeah, if anyone made it to the end of the
You
video,
know who you are. Yeah, if you made it to here,
should we tell them to comment something?
if you made it to here, comment. Alex hates nerds because it's all about me.
And then comment. Don't worry, we'll do that next week. We'll do my comment next week, and it'll be better. It'll be better than yours.
Okay.
Yeah. To end off, I love No
I
Way
love
Home.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
I love Spider-Man.
I was going to say Spider-Man, but then I was like, no, I've got to tag No Way Home on
No Way
there.
Home.
Um,
Trumps. I'm feeling good now just talking
Yeah,
about
well,
it.
I don't want to watch it now.
Yeah. God, that
Movie commentary, anyone?
so good.
Look, we need to go. Look.
Yeah, we
guys,
need to go.
Thank
But
you.
thanks for watching.
We will see you
next
next
week. Bye. Woo.